Alright, lights, camera, and action. Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. Jesse talks all things TDCJ and military. As always, I'm your host Jesse, and let me start off by apologizing for yesterday's video, okay? I try to give you guys the best quality content that you can for the time that you give me. I feel like yesterday's video was done in very poor quality. I was really off my game. I wasn't even going to do one, but I wanted to stay on topic. I wanted to stay on the actual date so that way it keeps up with the view clicks. And I was just off my game, just some holiday blues. So I wanted to come back. I want to do another one today and give you guys the quality content that you deserve and that you all love to watch. I'm having to use some artificial lighting for a change here, so if the video kind of comes in and out, that's why it is. I also have to keep the brightness of the screen down so it doesn't reflect off of my glasses, so I can't really see it very well. I hope it's good enough for you guys, and if it's not, you can just sit back and listen to me ramble. Cheers. Pause to hydrate. The weather is just absolutely shit outside today, but that's all right. Here it is into November. So, what are we here for today? We're going to continue on with our What Would You Have Done Had You Been in My Shoes series. I'm really enjoying this one. I'm enjoying all the positive comments I get from you guys. Kind of enjoying the beatdown comments. There are a lot of those, but that's what happens whenever you put yourself out in business like this. So let's get to the scenario. All right, I'm working SEG. I'm in, what pod was it? I'm in Echo Pod at this time. I don't remember the exact date. This would have been somewhere around August, because I know it was still ungodly hot outside, and the buildings could just be absolutely miserable, especially when the air conditioning went out in SEG. It was especially tough in SEG because of them damn stab vests that we wore. They didn't breathe. And it's not like, the word's not bulletproof, and it's not like a bullet-resistant vest that standard street cops wear. This thing was thick and bulky, okay? It was designed to stop a sharp object. Standard police body armor won't stop sharp, pointed objects. It's meant to absorb a bullet. Contrary to popular belief, a bullet is not a straight point. It opens itself out in flight, especially a hollow point. It hits, and the Kevlar material of the vest expands. A straight pointed object will go right through it. So the stab vest is a lot bulkier, and that's what everyone in SEG had to wear. So on this particular day, I'm working Echo Pod. Me and my partner, I don't remember her name. She was about that tall, and bless her heart, she was a ball of fire. All right. If inmate wasn't acting up, she'd get right up in them, get to, I can't use the words on here because I don't want to get banned from YouTube. She'd make the inmate do right. She'd have some come to Jesus meetings. And even though I had her in size and stature, man, she definitely had me in the officer presence game. All right. She had been there a lot longer than I had. She knew the guys. She didn't take any shit off of them. The ones that would come in newly assigned to SEG, they try to push her around verbally through the doors because of her size. And man, she didn't take any bullshit, okay? I wish I could remember her name. I remember her face. She always wore a hat. It was a good time working with her. I hope that she enjoyed working with me. All right, we didn't talk a whole lot of personal business around each other. We were very much business partners. Pause. On this particular day, there's very few inmates that I remember by name. There's one I remember, his last name was Steele. S-T-E-A-L. No, S-T-E-E-A-L. I remember it because it was spelled real funny. I don't know if it was a clerical error or that's just what the dude's name was. This guy was a freaking psych patient. He was absolutely off the chain. He'd fake suicide. He'd try to drown himself in his plastic mug that he had from the commissary. He tried to hang himself with letters that he had gotten from legal. Picture letters being twisted up and him trying to make a noose out of it. Or you go walking past the cell door, boss man, I'm gonna do it, boss man, I'm gonna do it, boss man. And he'd have that plastic cup. And he started hitting himself in the head with it. And I'm going, Still, sit your ass down on that bunk before I spray you. He'd throw that cup down on the ground, come up to the door. That's some whole ass shit, boss man. Hey, fuck you. Oh, watch it. Don't ban me. Don't ban me, please. Don't ban me. It's a prison chump. He'd just come off the chain. All right. When it came time for chow, dude sitting on his bunk right there, just minding his own business, on his game, ready to get his food. He loved milk. All right. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Milk was only available for the diet inmates. You had a regular tray, you had the diet trays. Regular trays got whatever colored beverage we were giving them, red, purple, orange. Milk was for the diets. That stuff was nasty. Everybody loved the milk. I don't know if they like to drink it or if they just like to make shit out of it. Okay, you can take paper, roll it up real tight, soak milk in it, it'll solid up, you can make a spear out of it. Might do a video about that. I just don't want kids knowing how to make prison weapons. Anyway, he loved his milk. All right, he would run game all the time to try to get milk. He would offer a week worth of rec, a week worth of showers, meaning you didn't have to pull him out of the cell as long as you'd get him some milk. A lot of times when I was working, he got that milk. I don't care what you vet COs, oh, you violate policy. Yeah, I was. I was trying to get by and make it. All right. Most of the time I did. So this particular day, Steele got us good. Okay. Me and her, we're making our rounds. And when you first go in, before you start checking for rec, shower, all that kind of stuff. Actually, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Let me get my thoughts together. We did our security checks. Checked the bars, checked the day room, checked the outside, checked the steps. Make sure the place is safe to be in. All right, security check. Then we're checking for rec, we're checking for showers. You go to the door, you bang on the door. You ask the inmate, you going to rec, you going to shower? If he said yes, you check him off on the board that we carried. If he said no, we check that off. All right. This particular day, as we're making our rounds, we come to Steele's cell. Steele's laying face down on the floor. Not in his bunk, not covered up, face down on the door. Bang on the door. Hey, Steele. Yeah, you want rec or shower? No movement. Can't tell if the guy's breathing or not. We bang on the door. We get a little bit louder. I threaten to spray him. I pop the food slot. I yell into the food slot. At this point, she's gone back, my partner, she's gone back to the picket, tell picket boss what's going on. We didn't get the supervisor in here. All right. We couldn't breach the door. Okay. Couldn't do it. No matter what's going on, we couldn't breach it. If I reached up to push the button, if the picket boss rolled it and something went bad, we were all liable for it. You could only take inmates out when they were in hand restraints. Couldn't hand restrain the guy while he's face down on the floor. We didn't know if he's dead, if he's actually committed suicide, heart attack, what's going on. Problem is, now we're at a time-sensitive kind of thing. If I just walked on, ignored it, come back around, come to find out dude is dead, which does happen, you're liable. That would have been on me. All right? I could have possibly got a manslaughter charge at that point. Me and my partner both. So, she goes and tells Pickett. Pickett calls supervisor. Guess which supervisor responds? Oh, fat ass Jones. Man, this day's just absolutely gone to, yeah, it was already a bad day at this point. He comes to the door. All right, he starts banging on it. He yells at Steele. Okay? He says, y'all go ahead and get y'all's pepper spray out. We're going to roll this door. I was like, Sarge, we can't roll the door. We need to suit up the team. We ain't got time to suit up the team. We got to get in here and see what's going on. Go and get that pepper spray out. Okay? She and I kind of glanced eyes at each other. We're going, we're not supposed to do this. He reaches up and presses the button. The door won't roll until the picket boss presses their button and then the solenoid activates. They tell Pickett to roll the door. Not supposed to do that, Jones. Hey, Sarge. Oh, I'm sorry, Sarge. We're not supposed to do that. We need to suit up the team. Carter, we don't have time for this. Roll the door open. Tell Pickett to roll the door. I looked back at Pickett and I pointed at it. Like, at that point, it's Pickett Boss's call, okay? I couldn't go back in there and relieve Pickett Boss, nothing like that, all right? Pickett rolls it. Pickett presses the button. Door pops. Jones slides it open. At this point, she and I, we got our pepper spray out, and we got it in hand ready to go. Jones goes inside the cell. What he should have done was probably tap the guy's foot with his foot. What's Jones do? Jones reaches down, grabs the guy by the shirt, lifts him up, and drops him on the concrete. Unfortunately, it worked. All right, Steele was faking it. Steele snapped to, started trying to turn around. At this point, Jones turns, and I knew he was coming through just like a freaking rhino. I backed up. She was already outside the cell. I backed up. Jones comes past. She slams the door. And as soon as the door hits, Steele's all up on that door, just beating, banging, and hollering like a silverback gorilla. She and I start laughing at each other. Like, good God, that could have gone bad. I don't know or remember what Jones said. I know Jones was yelling at Steele. He was yelling at me. We holstered up our pepper sprays. Steele still beating, banging, and hollering. And Jones is like, you need me to run this pod for you, Carter? I got it, Jones. Thanks, man. Sarcastic as could be. That motherfucker. He leaves. Steele still beating and banging. Hey, Steele, you want shower wreck? Immediately, shut up. You give me some milk? Hey, man, fuck your milk. There he goes again, beating, banging, and hollering. We ended up just leaving his ass go. By this point, the whole freaking Echo Pod is awake. All right, they're beating, banging, hollering, already starting their business. We just went on about our day. So, what would you have done? All right. Would you have participated in rolling the cell with Jones? Would you have forcefully shut the door, knowing that's a violation of policy? All right, here we are. I got the supervisor. Yes, he's the supervisor. However, that was my pod. I was in charge of it. I was signed off on it. Okay? Whatever went down in there, that would have been me and her. Not necessarily Jones. So, would you have let the supervisor take over the situation? If you watch any of my previous videos, you know about the history I had with Jones, and it was not good. Not at all. And I'd say everything I'm saying to that dude if he was sitting right here. Actually, we probably wouldn't be talking. I wouldn't be sitting in this chair. I kind of wish he was here on a day like today. So, would you have rolled the door? All right. Inmates could have wrote cases on us all the time. They improperly rolled the door, violated security procedures. We could have gotten a lot of trouble for that shit. You're supposed to have a 5-man team suited up with the real supervisor, Lieutenant Raymond, supposed to be there with a camera ready to breach that door. Now, here we are opening this up, going in like some half-assed 3-person team with pepper spray. Pepper spray wasn't going to do nothing to Steele. All right, Steele was I don't like that word. Steele was a sight patient, okay? It wouldn't have done nothing to him. He'd have fought right through that. He loved his milk, though. So, would you have gone in that cell and tried to restrain him? Would you have stopped Jones from doing what he did? What would you have done? You know, think about that kind of situation. What would you have done had you been there? Folks, thanks for sticking with me. Appreciate the positive feedback that I did get from yesterday. That's why I'm here today. I figured you guys deserve better than what you got yesterday. Hope everyone has a great week coming up. We're almost to Christmas. Let's get ready for that. You guys take care. Stay safe. I'll see y'all in the next video. Carter's out. Cheers, Jeremy.